Here are some exercises to help you master the first shift in Harry Potter Hedwig's theme. Our first shift is from first position to third position. In other words, from the position our hand is normally in to one being where 3 normally goes. It's called third position. So let's just do our basic early shifting practice, which is to play 1 and then 3 on the E string. Playing a note named F sharp and a note named A. And then play A and then F sharp. And then we'll slur that together. So right now we're staying in first position and just listening for the sound of these notes we're going to use for our exercise. Putting that in your ear. Do that a few times, slurring those together. And then we're going to play the same thing, but we're going to only play the 1. In other words, we'll play that 3 note with the 1, and then we'll slide it back down. And we're slurring in between, so that you hear the slide. Now that third finger note is named A, and you have an A string, so you're going to get a ring on that note. So when you hear that ringing sound, you know you landed in just the right spot, even if you got your eyes closed. Just like that. So do that a lot of times. It takes a lot of practice to shift. Got to get that muscle memory down. Just like you're shooting free throws or practicing putting a golf ball. It takes a lot of practice to memorize how far your arm needs to move for that shift. Alright, now to apply this to Hedwig's theme, we're going to want to actually be using the 2 more, because those are the fingers we're using in Hedwig's theme, right around that shift there. So let's use both the 1 and the 2, and let's go just up the scale on the E string. We're going to play a little part of the E minor scale. So what we're going to do is play E, F sharp, G, so not on the tape, but the G natural, the low 2 on the E string. And then to play the A, instead of playing 3, we're going to slide up there and play that with a 1. And we'll put our 2 on the B. And back down. And once you get the hang of that, play with those notes a little bit. Play around, going up and down these few notes. You don't have to do exactly that. So playing means experimenting, doing what comes to mind, fiddling around, as they say. We can't leave playing to the experts. We've got to play in order to discover. So just like kids play to learn, we've got to not just play the violin, but literally play around on the violin, explore things on our own, not just doing exactly what someone else is doing, but exploring and discovering. As if you're a kid, or maybe you are a kid, and you know how to play, right? So just fiddle around with those notes till your hand feels kind of comfortable moving back and forth like that. So one thing about this shift in Harry Potter is that we have this low 2 in first position, and then you notice there is a whole step between 1 and 2 when we're in third position. So that can make it kind of a challenging shift, but if you play around with it a little bit, your fingers will just kind of get used to how that feels like to change that spacing as you're shifting up there. Alright, so now getting actually to Hedwig's theme notes. So at the very beginning of the song, we're going to play B with the fourth finger here. Right? That's actually not the part I'm working on right now, but the part that I'm working on starts the same as the beginning there. So this part, instead of playing B with the fourth finger, this is where we're going to shift to third position. So we can reach these notes up here. Just like that. Don't worry about those notes yet. I just played a few extra notes so you could hear where in the sound where in the song we are at. This is what we're practicing, is this shift. So for our shifting practice for this part of the song, let's go ahead and play open E string and a G, the low 2, then open E and the B on the E string with the 2. So go back and forth like that over and over and over again to memorize that distance. Get that muscle memory. Just like that. And if you nail it, you hear a little ring on the B. Why would we hear a ring on the B? Usually we just hear rings on notes that are open strings. G's, D's, A's, and E's. We'll get that nice ringing sound. But B happens to be part of the harmonic scale that's on the G string. That's pretty interesting stuff. Maybe one of these days I'll do a video about harmonic sequences. But for now, just know that B actually will ring for you. So practice that over and over again. Listen for those ringing sounds. All right, so we're getting closer to our notes for Hedwig's theme. I think we can actually do it now. So just like at the beginning of the song, we're starting on B, and then to E, and then G, and then F sharp. So, and we're shifting up to the B, just like that, the high B on the E string. Alright, so that's it for shifting practice. For when we're practicing shifting, we just practice a very small number of notes, so we can just really practice that shift over and over and over again, and then go back and forth between the intensive shifting practice and putting that into the song. So now you can go back and learn the rest of the notes of Hedwig's theme.